Hey, what's up, guys? We got a new video style for you. I'm trying to stay on top of the content creation, considering how much engagement I had on that last video. So this is a little different. I don't know. I'm kind of digging the Michael Mann aesthetic. Go ahead and comment. What's your favorite Michael Mann movie? But you can't pick Heat. Okay. So today we're talking about pepper spray. I brought it up a couple of times, how I think pepper spray is important for civilian defensive use. I typically get quite a bit of pushback from our more toxically masculine students that think that that's a old lady type of thing. I look at it, and I get why you would think that, but I look at it like it is a range, excuse me, it is a range moderation tool, right? So if I am being interviewed, I'm in the victim selection process. Somebody is deciding whether or not they want to push it with me, if they want to try to influence my behavior or impose their will on me, and they're basically seeing how much they can get away with while they're deciding to victimize me. In that space, there is no other equivalent. So pepper spray is not replacing anything, right? It's not carry pepper spray instead of a gun. It's not carrying pepper spray instead of a knife. It's not having pepper spray instead of having open hand tools or open hand skills. It is a totally supplemental tool that gives me a capability that I don't have otherwise, right? So if you can imagine, somebody's kind of encroaching on me, so we're in conversational distance, 5 to 10 feet, and saying stuff that I don't like, or I'm trying to disengage and they're not letting me. I'm telling them, hey man, like I'll listen to you, but you need to stay there, and they're not. That's a potential, given the totality of the circumstances, is there a size or capability of violence, disparity, is this guy being aggressive, is this guy threatening me? That's a place where I can use hot sauce, right? That's where I can use pepper spray. So, if you guys can imagine, you're pumping gas, and some homeless guy who is, I believe the politically correct term is outdoor American, but some homeless guy is encroaching on you. He's bleeding profusely out of his mouth. He's hallucinating. He thinks you're his grandmother, and he's trying to hug you, right? I can't shoot that guy, right? Like legally, morally, tactically, I can't put rounds in that guy. I can't stab that guy, and I really, really don't want to put hands on that guy. But I also don't want him to plant a fat one on me, right? So I would give him the hot sauce, right? And again, like that's a capability that I don't have otherwise, right? As far as like philosophy of use, who this is most beneficial for, like if you're not ready for a gun, but you want some type of standoff. I said that it doesn't replace the gun, but for those people that like a gun is really not an option, pepper spray is something. Super cheap. I think the POM, POM brand pepper spray is by far the best form factor. Basically everything else is either duty belt use designed for cops, or kind of like keychain purse carry, which I feel like is suboptimal for a bunch of different reasons. But check out the POM. I'm not affiliated with them at all. I just really like the product. We give away these pepper sprays for our women's self-defense class. So that's how strongly I feel about how good the product is. I think in a lot of ways, especially for young women, when we think about the threat paradigm that they're working with, fixed blade knife and pepper spray solves a lot of problems. A couple of other, just kind of shotgunning a couple of facts out there, a couple of thoughts. I've heard kind of mixed reviews against dogs, but I do carry pepper spray when I am walking my dog for, the capability of trying to dissuade a canine from attacking me and one or both of my dogs. And another big plus of the pepper spray for general purpose use is that it might not stop the fight, right? I've been pepper sprayed before for scientific purposes. It took me about 30 seconds to feel it. Like I was able to produce violent behavior, fine motor skills, for about 30 seconds before it really came into effect. That can be the totality of a fight. So we don't want to assume that the fight is going to be over when somebody gets hit with pepper spray, but the quality of the fight is going to change, right? The way that I kind of frame it, especially for dudes who are kind of hesitant, is it's like if you knew you were going to get into a fight with capability of violence disparity, right? Two guys that are bigger than you, you know you are going to get into a fight, and you could jam your thumb into all four of their eyes before the fight started. Would you do that? And I think you'd be foolish to say no, right? That's what pepper spray is going to be. A lot of the information that I'm throwing out at you, I've gotten from Chuck Haggard, a prolific firearms trainer and a big proponent and pepper spray trainer for both civilians and law enforcement. As far as the civilian application side of it, I got a lot of this from Craig Douglas at ShipWorks. So look up those guys if you want some further information. But again, guys, like a palm spray unit is like $15. The inner trainers are like $10. They make awesome gifts. You can buy a bunch of them and have them stashed different places. Can't say enough about it. So if you're on the fence, you know, what I would kind of give, here's some homework for you, right? Look up Active Self-Protection, their YouTube channel. Pick 10 videos at random and look and see if any of those videos would be different if the defender was able to get hot sauce in the guy's eyes before the violence started, right? I would be willing to bet that you're going to find at least a couple out of those that aren't just outright murder attempts with firearms. And most interpersonal violence is not outright firearm-related murder attempts, right? There's some type of conversation, there's some type of build-up, and if I can put some Tabasco sauce in somebody's eyes before that starts, I don't see why I wouldn't. So again, guys, thanks again for all the engagement from last week's post. Please let me know. We'll see what the quality of this video, both video and audio, is. And if you guys are absolutely adamant about, hey, I'd rather get no video on a Friday than that dog shit, just let me know. Like, we'll figure this out together. All right, peace out. Be safe, guys.